really though? Everyone always says that strategist is the easiest role in Marvel Rivals, and I happen to be an Eternity strategist main. So today I'm only going to play DPS to see if it's actually harder than support. And at the end, I'm gonna talk about which role I personally think is more difficult as a support player. If I'm being honest, I've never really played DPS at all, so I have to go into the firing range to at least learn some abilities. So I decided to play some characters that I hate going against as a support. After trying out Namor, I know why I hate him so much. The hitbox of his left click is huge! And I know these bots are standing still, but I pretty much two-tapped every single person. It's really weird going from Invisible Woman who doesn't do any damage to Namor who does a lot of damage. But I can't get too confident yet because this is still the practice range. This is not a real game. Real games are much different, obviously. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, whoever I switched to, I got the hang of pretty easily. And it might be just because I have good aim, so I'm gonna try other people that don't require aiming. For the dive characters, all you have to do is learn a bunch of combos. And I'm so glad they are nerfing Iron Fist in like 2 days, because why on God's green earth does he get so much health? On top of learning characters, I'm also gaining a bunch of insight about these characters, which is great for overall game knowledge anyway. And what I was saying about the dive characters is that they aren't hard, you just need to get the hang of them by learning the combos. And I already foresee the comments, well, you didn't try any dive characters, those are the hardest ones. Guys, I am not trying to master DPS, I do in fact like playing support. There are just so many combos to learn, and I am in fact not doing all that, so sorry to disappoint. I will say that Black Panther and probably Spider-Man are the two most difficult DPSs that I tried out, just because there are so many combos to learn and they have a bunch of cooldowns and stuff, but most of them were pretty straightforward and all you had to do was aim, which is my favorite thing to do, so. But I did see that some of these abilities are absolutely ridiculous. Like, why does Star-Lord have this ability? It's aimbot, it's so stupid. But I'm enjoying playing DPS, it's actually kind of fun for a change. And I'm ready to get into a real game. I'm starting off with quick match because I do not want to throw my elo. And I'm not expecting this to go great because, again, I've never played any of these characters in game before. So I'm gonna start off with Hawkeye because he seems pretty easy and he pisses me off. So one thing about me is I hate getting one-shot by any characters in any game. And one thing about Hawkeye, it is easy to one-shot on him and it's fun. I hate on Hawkeye all the time because I don't like getting one-shot as a support player, but I get why you guys play him. He's a lot of fun to play. I still stand by his ultimate's broken because what do you mean I can just shoot someone's shadow and they die? The first game I ever played on Hawkeye, it was pretty successful. I won, and I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but that was really easy. Dare I say easier than playing support. I went 28-5, you know, something light, did better than anyone else, but let's just remember that was quick play and ranked is much different. Obviously, it's not going to be that easy. Winning one game on a pretty easy duelist does not prove that support is more difficult than DPS. Come on. I really enjoyed playing Hela in the firing range, so I figured I'd give her a try next. Her abilities are pretty straightforward, so I don't think I'm going to have a very difficult time. It feels so smooth to shoot on Hela. It is so satisfying to play her. Out of everyone I played, I definitely liked Hela the most. I think that she was the most fun. She has such a satisfying left click, and I truly do enjoy that she's hit scan because you get rewarded for your aim, unlike some other characters. But I would be lying if I said she was difficult, if I'm being honest. This is my first day ever playing Duelist. This is my first game I've ever played on Hela, and it quite literally looks like I'm cheating. Guys, I went 27-2. No one else in the lobby was even close to that. But I am aware that it is still quick play, and ranked gets a lot harder. I'm not going to be able to get as many kills in ranked. I get that. Don't worry. At this point, while playing DPS in this video, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot more fun than I do on support. For my next character, I decided to play Star-Lord because I was having a lot of fun on him in the firing range. I know I already said this, and I know it's pretty obvious, but I do love playing hit scan characters. Out of all the ults I tried, Star-Lord's ult is definitely the most fun. It is just so fun to kill everyone on the team because they don't kill you, ever. And as a support player, I'm used to counter-ulting Star-Lord's ult. So this is giving me a brand new perspective on this game. Let me tell you guys my thoughts before I go into this ranked game. Right now, I'm having much more fun on Duelist than I usually do on support. No one's diving me. I can do a lot more damage and protect myself. I'm actually having a lot of fun. Now, I want to show you guys one of the ranked games I played from this day. I think I'm the best on Punisher because he requires only aiming and he's pretty straightforward to understand. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but I'm not going to become a professional Spider-Man in one day. It's just not going to happen. And since this is a ranked game, I don't want to throw, but let me tell you the backstory of this game. This entire game, I was on Invisible Woman because no one else wanted to play support. And you might be like, why were you on Invisible Woman? You're supposed to only play DPS. Well, I'm not going to throw my game, and this guy wouldn't get off rocket, so I don't know what to tell you. I started off this round 4-9. I died 9 times while on Invisible Woman. I mean, we just got smacked that round. But this is my time to shine and show you guys that a support player can also play DPS and succeed at it. So right at the beginning, I was far farming. I mean, I was doing so much damage that I already had my ult. I was just waiting for the perfect time to use it, which was right now. And if you couldn't tell, I absolutely obliterated them and allowed our team to push up. And I continued to do huge damage the entire game. I was getting my ult so often between the infinite ammo and them having Penny Parker that I was just farming off of. I mean, we were just running them down. I got my ult twice within this little space. That's insane. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was pretty proud of myself and I was having a lot of fun because it's so fun just obliterating everyone. But I didn't want to get too cocky because we obviously still had to hold them and they started to target me. You would have thought that they were getting a reward for killing me or something. And they definitely did kill me a few times. I'm not gonna say that I was perfect throughout this entire game, but you can see how many times I got my ult. I was farming off of them. Honestly, I think I got my ult over 10 times in this entire game. And we held them to the first point, which was so good because they destroyed us the first round. And at this point, I think they kind of gave up because they really were just getting obliterated. And it's crazy to think that all it took was me switching to Punisher. And I'm not trying to glaze myself here because Punisher is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is shoot on him. But I still think I performed pretty well in a high diamond lobby on Punisher, especially because I didn't have much experience or confidence about playing DPS. But I'm glad that I got out of my comfort zone and decided to play because it actually was really fun. I got almost 40,000 damage in half the round. I'm not sure how much I had before. I almost matched my other DPS's damage in a half a round. I feel like that's pretty good. So here are my takeaways from playing DPS as a person who usually mains strategist in high elo lobbies. Is DPS more difficult than strategist? And I think my answer is going to surprise you because in some ways, yes, it definitely is. The most difficult thing about playing a duelist is getting those final kills. It's so easy just to do damage, but you probably won't win the game if you are not eliminating people. And with the supports healing so much, it becomes very difficult to even get those eliminations. I think strategist is the easiest role for a beginner to get value out of. And by that, I mean you could spam heals and you are definitely doing something for your team. But in order to rank up high on strategist, you can't just heal bot. And that's when it becomes more difficult because you have to worry about more things. I do think as a strategist, you have to be more aware. Whether or not people actually are more aware is, up for debate. But you have to worry about your position, making sure no one's diving you. You have to worry about your teammates' positioning, making sure no one's diving them or killing them. You have to be aware of your health, your enemy's health, your teammates' health. You also have to keep track of everyone's ult to make sure you know when the best time to ult is. And duelists don't really have to worry about that. Let's just be honest with ourselves right now, guys, okay? No role in this game is difficult if I'm being honest. I mean, I've never really played tank like that, but at least support and DPS aren't really hard. This game is so easy, and the thing that you have to worry about the most is working with your team. And I don't think it's worth having such a debate over worrying about what role is harder than the other, because every role is difficult in its own way. I ran into some struggles while playing DPS. I run into struggles all the time while playing support, and I think we all should just get along. But I definitely would love to try playing Vanguard for a day because I've never played Vanguard before. So if you guys want to see that video of me trying out Vanguard for a day, just let me know because I'd absolutely love to do that. And please leave your opinions in the comments below, but I really just don't want to see arguing. If you try to argue with me, I'm literally not going to answer. Anyways, bye guys!